Morning, Lou.
The 13th of June, Rabbi Levitt, Pele Yoetz.
Got to the
Okay.
middle of June already, huh? Just about.
June. It's time for graduation. All
There's
right.
Roy. Good morning, Roy.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Morning, Roy.
Everybody.
Good morning, Reverend Levitt. Good morning, Alan.
Morning.
And
Hey,
we
Baruch
want to
Hashem. Everybody's here. Okay, so we are yes. Oh, we looked at the Gemara in Megillah from the first paragraph. That's the deal when it comes to Torah. Okay, so we finished this first paragraph. Right? Anything else? Do we want to take a look at this paragraph? That's basically what the story is, right? A person is born to toil. It's a pasuk in Eov. And fortunate is the man whose toil is in Torah and in good deeds, and who conquers his Yetzer Hara to fulfill every good thing and withdraw his hand from doing anything that's not. Nachas Ruach Liotzro, according to his Yegia and his Amel and his Avoda. So that's what we're saying over here. That's what a person was created to do. He was created to toil, and he was not created in this world to eat to his content and to revel in the pleasures of man, which are the afflictions of men in the world to come. Okay. So that's what it's all about. That's what he was created to do. And this is an interesting Gemara over here. The burden of the camel is planned according to its strength. So what is the point of that? What's he saying that there for? In other words, if a person has a great burden, if he sees he has a great burden upon him, he has to know, that's because he must be very strong. Because the burden of the camel is planned according to its strength. That sounds like a good Gemara to take a look at. I'd like to take a look at this Gemara. This is a Gemara in Ksubas 67a.
Okay. Let me go get it.
That's the idea. Ksubas.
Okay, let me go see if I can find it now. Oh, okay.
I don't have Ketuva. I have to look it up here.
Okay. What's the word?
Okay.
Burden of the camel. Oh, it's right at the beginning.
Oops.
Yeah.
Probably the second or third line. Probably the burden of the camel. Camel. Camel.
What's that? Sein. Suvis.
There's the people, and if you wish, say that as he should have done, he did not do. As people say, according to the camel is the burden. The stronger the camel, the heavier the load it must bear. Even if he gave altruistically, Nakdimon Ben Gurion did not give as much.
Oh, yeah, according to the burden. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what line is it actually on? I still don't see where it is that you're reading from.
I imagine it's on the first or second, maybe third line, probably the second.
Not,
I have on the
Not
fourth
anymore.
line, Lefum Gamla.
oh, there you go.
Uh,
Okay, yeah, that's it. Lefum Gamla. Okay,
Yeah,
the boile. Oh, I see. I see. Very good. Thank you. Oh, I see. So this is. Oh, okay. Oh,
I don't
okay.
see the quote though.
yeah, I haven't got it set out.
It's from Kohelet, it says, huh? Quote. Oh, no, that's different.
Well,
The burden of the
If-
camel.
that's it. Okay. גם העושר לפי רוב, השימושו, כך צורך לתת צדקה ולעשות חסד. Mhm. Mhm.
There's a couple of rushes. There's one direct one there. Kefus Gamma Shehina Yefi Kach Gamal Yiti Nohu Mesha Mesha.
Yeah, lefum gamla shichona. According to the camel, is it loaded? Explains Rashi, lefi koach hagamal. According to the koach that the gamal has, yatinuhu masa. They load on the masa. The masa is the load.
So that's really a Rashi. Okay.
Yeah, Rashi is yeah, that word shichana, that's the word for the load. According to the literal translation of the word, the three word phrase that people say, lefum gamla shechana, according to the camel, is its load. Okay. So the Pele Yoetz is using that Gemara to he's talking about making effort and I guess carrying a burden, the burden of Torah and mitzvahs. Is that what he's referring to?
Apparently that the it's just in the Gemara, it refers to Nakdimon Ben Gurion, who didn't give as much as he was expected to give. So it's used in a different way there. If you
Lo avad tzedakah,
if you
Sanya Amru Alav Alatim Ben Gurion Kishahaya Yotzim Beso LeBeis Medrash Kli Melas Sin Tachtov Boinanim Umakaplin Osan Me'achorov. Oh, yes, it is. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, so we're in the mid. The Gemara was in the middle of discussing another point.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, we're not going to get into all of that right now. So the it seems to be that there was some. Okay, fine. Yeah, we're not. As I said, we're not going to get into all of that. That's the whole Gemara over here. So okay, so that's what the Pele Yoetz is saying over here. I guess that, yeah, I don't yeah, okay, fine. So that's what a person was created to do. He was created to toil in this world. The world is not for purposes of enjoyment, eating and sleeping and other pleasures. That's not what the world was. Not what this world was created for. That's the main point of this paragraph. So that's that. Okay, fine. So we can and what he brings from Koheles, one who adds knowledge adds pain. The Pele Yoetz explains that pasuk in Koheles. What does that mean? The one who adds knowledge adds pain. We would think one who adds knowledge is a good thing. Why is Shlomo Melech saying pain? So the Pele Yoetz explains we're talking about someone who knows, he realizes that he did not accomplish what he was capable of accomplishing. So he should have endeavored to accomplish more. And that's his knowledge, and that's the pain. As much as he realizes that will be his pain, and so therefore we should always try to exert ourselves. And the point is not only is that we know that that's what we're supposed to do here, but we're supposed to do that to very great extent, and as much as we are capable to do, that's what we should do. And one thing I would add over here is that a person shouldn't be worried or be afraid, like we always say, never be afraid, but he shouldn't be afraid of the fact that maybe he won't be successful in his efforts, because we always hear on the Life of Bitochen that in all matters, the reward, and which is the person's part, is the toil. Don't make a mistake in the English translation over here and say that, oh, well, if I didn't accomplish what I toiled to accomplish, so then I'm a failure. Chas v'sholom. If I toiled in order to attain a certain accomplishment, if I toiled to do that, so then the toil itself is the accomplishment. The toil itself is the success, because we don't believe that we can cause our own results. We don't believe the results, outcomes, and accomplishments are mina shemayim. So that's not our department. We were not going to be blamed for accomplishment. We're going to be blamed for failing to try. That's what we have to do. All we have to do is try. We have to try our best. That's what we have to do. So that's why I say don't make a mistake with this translation over here. That's what he means. That's what I say that he means.
So the effort is the central point, the central idea.
Right. I'm just looking up to see right now what is the how does he put it in the Hebrew? Yegia. Lefum gamla shichana Yosef das Yosef machov al asher kedeboile lemevad lo ovad. Yeah, that's yeah. As he should have done, he should have done, but he didn't do. We don't mean to say, like the translation over here says, that he failed to accomplish. That's not the point, accomplishing. The point is to do. The point is to do. The point is to make effort. The point is to try. Accomplishment, that is mina shemayim. So strike out that word from your Pele Yoetz. It's not correct. The translator has made a grave error, in my opinion. He should live and be well, but it's not the pshat in the Pele Yoetz. Like the Pele Yoetz himself says over here, Yegia, toil, that's the point. That's what we're here to do. Yegia, and try to achieve and try to accomplish good results, but the result itself, that's mina shemayim. And we will get our schar according to our toil. That's what we will get. Okay. Okay. Next one. We go to Meir. Regarding this, our sages.
Okay. Regarding this, our sages said, Yaakov and Esav divided the worlds. Esav took this world and Yaakov took the world to come. The comment, behold, with our own eyes, we saw that when the Jewish people lived in their land, they were satiated with good and the blessing of God, each man beneath his vine and fig tree. Even now, God has not forsaken his people, and there are fabulously wealthy men among them who have houses filled with plenty, riches, and honor. If this world was given to Esau, from where did they acquire this? Many answers have been suggested. However, what I see according to the truth is that this is not the portion of Yaakov. All of the good of this world is less than vanity, since a person cannot find satisfaction in it. A man eats the bread of anxiety when he stands on guard over the Torah and divine service. He is not able to enjoy whatever he has. He must always suffice with less and survive with the bare minimum to sustain his life, just enough so he is able to serve God. Whatever is left, he must dedicate to God for the purpose of performing mitzvot and good deeds. He should not sleep at night as he would like. Rather, he must wake up before the dawn, especially if the brazen waters referring to the sins of his youth have passed over his head. All of his days are painful. He is required to fast and castigate his body to the extent it can bear. And after all of his toil and effort, he must always be afraid. Perhaps he did not do as much as he could have done. One who increases knowledge increases pain upon himself, his children, and all of Israel. His flesh should be pained and his soul aggrieved for the honor and suffering of heaven. As such, a Jewish man who walks in the ways of God has no rest in this world and does not derive any pleasure from it at all, like the statement of Rabbeinu HaKodesh in Ketubot. All of his days in this world are filled with sighing, grief, and tremendous toil until he reaches his end and finds the proper rest. Those who have toiled will rest and find shelter. Then Israel will rejoice in his maker, and he will eat the fruit of his labor.
Wow. Okay. All right. So
I have
that's,
a question.
yeah.
It says, when the Jewish people lived in their land, they were satiated with good and blessing from God, each man beneath his vine and fig tree. When's he referring to? It seems to me that there may have been good periods, but most of the time that we were living in Israel was not good. We had all kinds of wars. We didn't succeed in kicking out the nations. We had interscene conflicts. We had the breaking off of the tribes. Building a golden calf to block the way to Jerusalem. It seems like we had lots of trouble.
Here he's talking about the material status of the Jewish people at that time.
I was saying, despite all the political trouble we had, we had material wealth.
Yeah.
Those who have toiled will rest and find shelter. Then Israel will rejoice in his maker.
This was given to Esau, where they acquired this. This is not the portion of Jacob. So basically what he's saying though is that he started off this paragraph by saying that Yaakov and Esav divided the worlds, and Esav took this world, and Yaakov took the world to come. So, but then he goes on to say, but 1 second, when the Jewish people were in Eretz Israel, they did have a good. They were blessed with a great material blessing there, and not only that, he says even today, as we know, there's a tremendous. Some people have tremendous wealth, and for sure, the standard today is so much greater than it ever was. I don't in history, especially in compared to the way it was for our in the last few generations in Europe, is for sure. So he asks a question that how does this reconcile with what it says that Esav was the one that received this world, but Yaakov did not receive this world. Yaakov received the world to come. It seems as though the Yaakov has an awful lot of this world. Asked the Pele Yoetz. So the only thing that he seems to say is that we're not talking about what Yaakov has. That's all. Those are all the blessings that come from Hashem, but that's not his main portion. That's not his designated lot. That's not his purpose. His purpose is not to attain material excess and bounty in this world. That's not his purpose. As he says, all of that is vanity. But what really is his what his purpose is to toil. And his reward in the next world will be for the toil that he did, not in all the blessings that Hashem bestowed upon the Jewish people, the material blessing that Hashem bestowed upon the Jewish people. That's not anything that he can take. Yaakov can take credit for it. That's not his portion. That's not his destiny. That's not what his purpose for being created is.
So what happened?
Okay. So that's what a person has to do, and he says he should do that to the extent that he could bear. So if one asks, but doesn't this seem to be a bit much? So we say yes. For us, it sounds like it's a little bit too much. We're not able to do this, but we have to serve Hashem in a different way, not with constant anxiety of that we're achieving what we should achieve, but we try to do the best that we can. And as far as the pleasure from this world, that's true. We could look up this Gemara. It's also Gemara in Ksubas about Rabbeinu HaKodesh. That's Rabbeinu HaKodesh. That's what for him that worked. But for most of us, it doesn't really work to be in a situation of such a situation that he's describing over here. We need to have a little bit more material bounty than that in order to be able to be happy and be able to function and be able to serve Hashem. So everybody does what they're supposed to do. But the main thing, though, is that what's coming out here, which is also for us to take, is that well, at the end of the day, we gotta do the toil as much as we could, whatever material bounty we need in order to do that toil, but we do have to get that toil.
So you're
That's
not looking
because
for
that's our portion, and that's going to be what we're going to enjoy, the fruit of our toil. That's what we're going to enjoy in the next world. So we got to try to maximize the amount of toil that we could muster. That's what we try to do.
It's a real big pleasure to see.
Okay. And a round of applause for Toil. Yeah. And page 376.
Can you go on today?
Okay.
Who's talking in the background there? Where's the background?
What?
Is that talk that?
There's a woman talking in someone's background. I can't tell where it's coming.
Okay.
I think it may be you, Roy. Is your wife talking to you? Yeah, it stopped. You muted yourself and it stopped.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You know that's a story in the Gemara, you know.
No, there's nobody here.
In the middle of a shear,
Hmm.
one of the Rosh Hashiva, we'll call him. He was giving the shear, and there was a very strong odor of garlic that was exuding throughout the room. And this Rosh Hashiva was bothered by it, and he said, "Who's the one that ate garlic over here?" And so the Gemara relates that immediately, I don't remember who it was, but one of the famous Amoraim jumped up and he ran out of the shear room. And the Gemara says, but he's not the one that was the problem. But what he was trying to do was he was trying to shield the identity of the one who actually was guilty, so as not to so that person wouldn't have to suffer the embarrassment himself. I don't know whether there was still I would assume that there would be still a stench of garlic if the person was still there. What's it help if somebody else runs out? I don't know. I always had that question on the Gemara. I have to look it up. But in any case, that was the intention.
They
That
should
was
have
the
all
intention.
got up and left.
Oh, and then they all got up and left after him.
No, I'm saying that's what they should have done.
Okay. Have to keep an eye for that Gemara. Okay. Now we go to Yayin. And we continue with Roy.
All right, now I've unmuted and we'll see. Yain. It is written in Mishlei, do not see wine when it turns red. Our sages in Sanhedrin explained that the result of wine is blood, a play on the word yitadam. Yitadam. This is because it increases violations and so-called permits prohibitions. Wine does so much harm. Granted, there is benefit in wine when a person drinks responsibly, as our sages commented in Sanhedrin. If a man merits, that is, if he drinks responsibly, Wine brings him happiness and he becomes a leader. And like Rava said, wine and scent made me discerning. But given the damage that otherwise results from wine, and that the mind of man is likely to be seduced by it to act irresponsibly, even if only long intervals, behold, the loss is greater than any advantage it offers. And they're talking about, I suppose, in those days, the wine was much stronger, more heady than we have today.
So we should throw out all of our wine?
We should what?
Throw out all of our wine?
How are we going to make Kiddush?
Yeah, we could throw it out down our throats.
Oh, you mean we could have grape juice?
Is the loss is
Um,
greater than the
We talked about responsible drinking. He says
Yeah.
he brings up responsible drinking here.
Right, but he says the loss is greater than any advantage it offers.
Mm-hmm. True.
Wine is a, okay. Yeah, maybe we should look at this Gemara in Sanhedrin. It sounds like over there, the subject of the Gemara is wine.
70b.
What is it? Sanhedrin 70B. Okay.
Hmm. And we're talking here in this Gemara about the Ben Soramora. That's the name of the parak. And he becomes a Ben Soramora through the excessive drinking of wine and the eating of meat, right after he becomes a bar mitzvah.
So 70B, where is it?
Yeah, where it is on the page, I'm still looking for it. We're looking for the part that says,
They didn't.
sounds like the, you have to look for the pasuk in Mishlei.
Or ate any food, but he did not eat. He drank any beverage, but did not drink wine. That's not it.
Actually, that's interesting. I don't see that this pasuk is quoted here. 70b? I don't see that that pasuk is quoted here. I'll look again.
What is
I'll
it?
look again.
70B.
Huh? What's it say in the Hebrew over here? Says Pasuk in Mishlei, Al Tera Yain Kijis Adam, Perishu Rabusenu. Shachriso Dam. Sounds like he's bringing that the Gemara Sanhedrin darshans this pasuk in Mishlei. The end of the wine is going to be dam. But if you look in the Torah Or, there's no mention of this pasuk in the Torah Or.
There's a lot of talk about drinking the wine and that, but what's here? And is it not for rulers to ask where is intoxicating drink? Maybe that's around there then.
Okay, let's see. I've gotten mixed up by the quotations over here.
Hold it. There's something about the kings who are drunk with wine.
Yeah,
It's the first wide line.
70B2.
Yeah, 70B2. And it says the verse continues, where is intoxicating drink? Let's see what verse you're talking about.
Well,
We're looking for where wine produces blood, is it? Something-
okay. Well, I'm not sure what to do with this quote over here. I don't see it on the page. Okay, so let's say Daf Ayin Amid Base. That's what it says. Sanhedrin. Okay. Well, okay. I think we've spent enough time over here trying to track down this this source. Maybe another time. In the meantime, we will go weiter. Okay, so at the end of the day, he's conceded that if a man merits and drinks responsibly, it can bring him happiness, and he become a leader, like Rava said. But he's saying that but there's so much damage that comes, and so as a result of that, so the danger is great, and therefore he says at the end of the day, that's what he says, that Yeser ala Shebach, the loss is greater than the gain. So perhaps we could say he's not saying to throw out all of our wine. I mean, we need wine in order to this, but he's just saying that one has to be very, very, very careful. because of the danger. That's what he's said over here. Okay. Okay, now we go on to Lou.
Should we go on? It's 11:29.
Oh, okay, well. All right. So, okay, so now we will send off Mayor early today. 1 minute early, Mayor. How do you like that?
Uh-huh, very good. Okay. Everyone
the
should have a
best.
good day.
Have a
Okay.
great
Good
day.
night. Be well, Mayor. See you.
Well, thank you.
Take care.
Okay, have a good day.
Okay. Bye now.
Okay, we'll be back soon. As Hashem.